from an outsider's perspective, when I see some of the resistance from young Hong Kong people, it almost seems to me like there's a pot of gold just across the border, but there's a reluctance to even try to take a portion of that. I mean, it's an hour away, it's in Shenzhen, it's in the 9 Greater Bay Area cities. So for those people, for those young people that don't want to set their sights further than Hong Kong, what do you think some of the bottlenecks for development will be in the SAR?
Well, most Hong Kong young people are very smart, who can work with very high efficiency. But for some of them, I see that they are lack of dreams, and they love to complain, and they aren't optimistic enough. Well, there are some peers, Hong Kong peers I know, they complain every evening about the crazily high Hong Kong housing price. They complain about lack of opportunities in Hong Kong. But they get back to work the other morning. Yep. They are not willing, they are reluctant to leave their comfort zone. But it's very common for my Chinese friends or my US friends to move to a new city because of better opportunity. But for the Hong Kong peers, I know they don't. Well, they somehow enjoy staying in Hong Kong, even though they know that Hong Kong is a small place with limited industries. And over the past 2 decades, we have 2 very successful and encouraging mainland entrepreneurs who are Jack Ma and Pony Ma. Yep, they changes the world, and they inspire generations of Chinese youth. But who do we have in Hong Kong? Well, we had Li Ka-shing in 1980s, and we still have Li Ka-shing in 2020s. I believe that for a place, it's always important for the future pillar, the youngsters, to have positive energy and to be optimistic. Opportunities are always prepared for those who are optimistic. So Hong Kong's development really depends on those youngsters, and it's so important for them to be optimistic, to chase their dreams. Otherwise, the future development of Hong Kong won't be promising.
Moving forward, how do you think we can improve the situation?
Well, I believe some young leaders, some Hong Kong young leaders, they have to speak out and influence those young people. Well, it's not to promote how good the mainland China is nowadays. It's to let those Hong Kong young people understand the world. Well, you need to know what's happening and where the opportunity lies in outside Hong Kong. And that's my advice.